Hi, my name is Vincent Tilanus. I am a writer and director from Amsterdam, the Netherlands, and my film is called Marlon Brando. My film Marlon Brando tells the story of two queer teenagers, Cass and Naomi, and it tells it's a rites of passage tale basically about their relationship and how it transforms from high school and the years after. To me, what was very important was that I wanted to tell a story about queer kids that loved each other more than they did with their respected romantic relationships. So I wanted to tell a story that talks about platonic love and the love that we call friendship. Well, I think I really tried to revisit many different stories that are about relationships and that tell relationships through the passage of time. I think Jules and Jim by François Truffaut was a real inspiration because it starts so free-spiritedly and it starts with so much energy and vigor, but then it also ends in a tragedy, and I think there's so much beauty and bittersweetness in that. But other films like the Hollywood classic When Harry Met Sally, I think was also a great inspiration. I loved how it uses time to tell their story, and it's a very accessible film, but I think it does a great job in using the narrative of time to show you how relationships constantly meander and change. So those were big inspirations while making the film. To me, I wanted to show as much of the colors in that relationship. So it was very much about finding these really tiny moments and tiny scenes to tell the story, basically through little fragments in time that we get to observe. And so the film is comprised about 40 scenes in around 18 minutes. So it's a pretty fast-paced film, but I wanted to use that to dive really deep into the human condition and of these little moments, and therefore also juxtapose like comedic elements and comedic scenes with the dramatic scenes, also to take a step back and show that what they're going through is sad, but it's also a little bit, to me, it's also a little bit funny. It's part about growing up, and to show those colors and to show those variations in the story constantly was for me a way to try to explore this narrative and hopefully to make it recognizable for the audiences to watch a relationship evolve through these small details instead of like grand gestures. So that was very much what I set out to try to make. And last but not least, what am I working on right now? Currently I'm trying to write new films. I'm working on a mid-length film, and I am also thinking about a feature. I always try to write from my own experiences, and so I'm having all these tiny little thought bubbles and try to explore them all, see which story for me has now the most potential and also the most urgency for me to explore. But I hope to take the next year to write a bigger project and to use the longer running time in the story to keep stories very personal, and because I always start with like a relationship or something, but use the running time to really dive even deeper into the experiences of those characters and the story. So that's what I'm trying to do.